Last night, the sleepy village of Harford was jolted. During one roaring party, Mayor Thomas Hargreaves, riding high on his victory of re-election, turned up dead in his living room. His glass drained and a suspicious substance swimming through his veins. But this ain't no run-of-the-mill heartstopper. Someone wanted this Dorian Gray out of the picture. I've hired 2 new detectives who will use their wit and observation in 2 rounds to solve the puzzles, follow the clues, and crack this case. But who will be led astray and who will walk away victorious? Let's put their wits to the test on Murder They Played. Welcome to Murder They Played. Let's see if tonight's detectives have what it takes to connect the dots and serve justice. But where are my manners? Let me introduce the detectives on the case tonight. Today we have Detective...
I'm Lottie.
And where are you from, Lottie?
I'm from Derbyshire.
And do you have a fun fact to share with us?
I'm a qualified scuba diver.
Oh, brilliant. And we also have Detective...
Georgia.
And where are you from, Georgia?
Derbyshire.
Brilliant. And what is your fun fact for us tonight?
That my favourite dinosaur is the Diplodocus.
Well, that is a lovely dinosaur. Well, before we go any further, we need to gather our suspects. A good detective is observant, so make sure you write down anything you see or hear that may be useful to you later. Let's find out who is dying to see him gone.
She wore grief like jewellery, just enough to be seen, never enough to feel. Lady Hargreaves, a woman built on secrets and silence. The staff said the couple were distant, confirmed by her ring, or rather the absence of it. The lady's signature pearls not on her neck, but by the body. Coincidence or a message? The mayor discovered her affair with the maid and rewrote the will. Hargreaves didn't mourn the love, just the money. 2 people had access to the safe. Maybe she saw a way back to everything she'd lost. She just needed him gone. Farmers know how to bury things. He said he never entered the mansion, but mud doesn't lie. A silent testimony from a pair of boots that didn't belong indoors. The trail ended where the farmer's coat rested. Tucked neatly into the pockets were mushrooms meant to kill, not cook. The mayor took his land bit by bit. Maybe this was the farmer's way of taking something back. The maid looked nervous, the kind of nervous you get from being caught too close to something you can't explain. No one but the maid knew how he liked his drink, or what he wouldn't notice, like the powder settling at the bottom of his glass. She never denied the affair, nor did she own it. What's clear is she fell hard. She wrote about a future that never came. That kind of disappointment doesn't fade, it festers. Did the maid finally reach her boiling point? So, detectives, was it the lady, the farmer, or the maid? It's up to you to decide.
Now, with that information, let's put your puzzle skills to the test. Here's how this round works. Later, you will be sent to our crime scene to gather evidence. But first, you need to deduce what that evidence is and where to find it. But this information can only be gained by solving a series of puzzles. Today's puzzles are anagrams, picture this, and rhyme time. I'll explain each puzzle round as we go. And remember, if you solve all of today's puzzles, I will give you this key, which could help you find important evidence in our crime scene later. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, let's see our first puzzle. The mayor's been through one hell of an autopsy. I'm going to show you a series of anagrams, unscramble the letters, to find out more about how he died. But beware, one of the answers is a red herring. Here's your first one. So look at these words and see if you could unscramble it into something that might be evidence.
It's got to be wine glass.
I think, yeah, wine glass.
Wine glass, that is correct. Let's see the second word.
Oh, that was a bit harder.
Now think of clues. What is something that you can
is it
see?
footprints?
Correct. That is
so
the
proud of
second
myself
one.
for getting that.
Now, on to our third one. What could this word be?
Poison.
Poison.
Yep.
Perfect.
Derbyshire mind
That
ring.
is great. Well, when searching through evidence, it helps if you know where to look. I'm going to show you a series of sentences, but each word has been replaced with pictures. For example, if I showed you a picture of an ear and a picture of a wig, the answer would be earwig. So let's see the first question. Think about what this could be.
Basket.
Something the basket.
What could this be? Is this a house? Seems like more
Is it a shop?
of a place you could stay, maybe.
In the basket.
In the basket, that is correct. What is the next one?
Check the bow dies.
Bow die. What does that sound like?
Is that a
Bow
thing?
die.
Bow
Check
die.
the bow die. Maybe
Bow
say it in a different way.
Bow die.
Bow-
Bow dice.
Bodie.
Bodie.
Bodice.
Body.
Body.
Check the body.
Check
Body.
That is
Check the body.
correct. Let's see if the next one.
Out.
The car hole.
You're almost there.
The car hole. Spot the car hole.
Spot the car hole. Think about it a bit
It's
differently.
out of the box.
Out. Yeah.
Out of the box.
The
What is this? What is this? Top, down,
under the
car.
hole.
Well, you've run out of time. That concludes round 1. We will find out if our detectives are on the right trail after the break. Welcome back to Murder They Played. So far, our contestants have been gathering clues around the murder of Mayor Thomas Hargreaves. But was it the bitter wife, the angry farmer, or the secrets of Maid? But do they have enough evidence to piece it all together to earn themselves the detective's highest achievement? A prize copy of Knives Out, signed by the director. This is the living room where Mayor Hargreaves was murdered. The name of the game is simple. Using the clues that you've gathered in round 1, you must find 3 pieces of evidence that support your accusation from within the crime scene. You have 2 minutes to find and gather your evidence. You only have 1 chance to lock in your accusation. So make sure when you press your buzzer, your case is airtight. One final thing. It helps to keep an eye on the evidence, so one of you will stay at the podium with your case notebook. You will be the researcher. The other person with will be the forensics. You will go into the crime scene guided by the researcher and bring the clues to the table. Can you decide now who is the researcher and who is the forensics?
I think you're such a good evidence finder. I think you should go around.
gathering.
Okay, so you'll be
gathering,
gathering.
I just love gathering.
Perfect.
Hold on to your notes.
Now, if you are both ready, your time starts now.
Okay. So we got stuff about the poison and the drinks. So maybe check up there if there's anything. Is there any in any of the glasses?
There's like powder in the glass.
Ooh, that could
Okay.
be quite
Okay.
compelling.
I'll write that down.
There's-
I'll write that down.
Yeah. This one doesn't have. And it said like the maid was something to do with the maid and the power.
Yeah, she knew how he liked his drinks.
Yeah. What else was there?
It said that are there any muddy footprints you can see, like under the carpet or anything?
Oh, yeah, hold
or
on.
around?
That's a good idea.
Oh,
Is there anything?
What have you found there?
there's a letter. Hold on,
A letter.
there's a letter. My darling.
Oh,
Can I
What
open
could this
this?
be about?
this is suspicious. Maybe
it the
it's
lady?
his wife, or maybe it's the affair.
Yeah.
That is some good detective work you've got there. What does it say?
It's from Lady Hargreaves. It's to the maid, I think. Hold on, I'm gonna put this over here.
Perfect.
That
I
might be
will
one
keep a
piece
note
of
of
evidence.
this.
You have 1 minute left on the timer,
What
so
does
make sure you
anything
look at
written on the
everything.
tables?
There's Thomas Hargreaves. I think it's the will.
Oh,
Will.
Is there
It's taking the lady out of the will.
oh my God! No wonder she's so angry about the affair as well. Okay, so she's got strong motive at this point.
Yeah.
It seems like you guys
Because
are
I've not seen
gathering
any
good
muddy footprints or
evidence.
anything like
Can you
that.
see any pearls or anything? Because it said that there were
Yeah.
pearls left by the
Wasn't it
body.
check the basket?
Yeah, check the basket, see if there's anything.
Oh shoot. Okay.
What could be in there? You have 30 seconds.
Is that the maid's?
Oh.
I think that's more suspicious,
seems
honestly.
There's some quite compelling evidence there.
If you can't see the pearls,
Yeah. There's no pearls in there.
okay. I think the maid combined with the drink
have
is very
Yeah.
suspicious.
10 seconds left.
Should we lock those in?
Yes,
You
I'm
need to
feeling
lock
like
in an
these are
answer
the.
soon. And you've clicked the buzzer to lock in. Who do you want to lock in on?
We think it was the maid poisoned him.
So you believe the maid. And what is your 3 pieces of evidence?
Well, because she was having an affair with Lady Hargreaves.
Okay.
There was the powder found
So
in
the
the
powder, the
drink,
dress,
and her
and the
uniform
letter.
was found.
Yes.
Well,
Scene.
let's see if you've correctly solved the murder.
All right, fine, you got me. I did it. I had to for her. Me and Lady Hargreave, we've been carrying on in secret, slipping love letters back and forth like a pair of fools. I'd do anything for her, I would. And when the mayor cut her out that blasted will, she was beside herself. That's when I knew he had it coming. Slipping a bit of poison into his brandy, easy as pie. Didn't even notice. I slipped the vial in the laundry basket and was gone before the trouble even started. And what of it? That man was hated by every soul in town, running folks ragged with his taxes, taking every penny he could get his greedy hands on. Lucky for me, I don't need money. Not like I even know where the key to the safe is. But I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you, detective, and your meddling assistants.
Congratulations. Well, that's another case closed. Thank you to Lottie and Georgia for joining me this time. But a detective's work is never done. Join us next week as I bring a new team of detectives onto my latest investigation.